Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to SC Reports. And I'm here to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a little bit of highlight watching. We're going to talk about the game. We're getting into Atlanta and Washington right now. John Wall with a easy layup there. You see John Wall get it again. He's looking down court. He's looking for someone, dumping it off to Markieff Morris. He had a great game. You see John Wall again to Marcin Gortat. John Wall had 14 assists tonight. Another great look to Otto Porter Jr. and one. And that's just really the story of tonight. You see Schroeder try and get there. John Wall with a huge block. But Schroeder would find Bazemore. And Bazemore would connect from downtown. But here comes John Wall. Second half, John Wall going full speed ahead. Nobody faster than John Wall. John Wall does it again. Acrobatic finish at the lane. And that would put the Washington Wizards up. Here comes John Wall again, dumping it off to Markieff Morris. But here comes Schroeder. Big time shot. And see, Atlanta is staying in the game no matter what's happening. Here comes Beal. Nice little shot right there from him. Schroeder lines up it again. Nice three-pointer. Atlanta's not really going away. But here we go. And one. That would end the game emphatically. Marcin Gortat would pick up a technical. But we got to talk about John Wall in this game. 30 points, 14 assists. He was unbelievable, and he was the player of the game, in my opinion. You know, Atlanta's got to step it up. They need more from Howard. But we're moving on now to Portland and Golden State. And this might have been the best game on today. So here comes Portland. Here comes McCollum, who would have a great half. But we'll get to that. Here comes Kevin Durant, streaking, slam, dunk, getting the crowd to its feet. Here comes Draymond, handing it off to Durant once again for another sweet jumper. But here comes McCollum. Hits another three. McCollum would drive again. He would hit another shot. But McCollum isn't done because he's going to come down the lane and hit another one. 27 points in the first half. McCollum would hit another one. Alright, he was DJ Khaled, hitting all the shots in the first half for the Portland Trail Blazers. And you could see him just go off. And he would just keep coming and coming. And one, he could not be stopped this game. It was just, who would have thought? CJ McCollum came out. Here comes Damian Lillard though. He had 21 in the first half, went off the glass there. Did he call bank? We're not sure. But here comes Damian Lillard saying, I could be Steph Curry too, hitting a deep three. But here we go, second half. Damian Lillard gets the ball, but here comes Draymond Green with a huge block shot. Steph Curry would bring it down. Here we go. Kevin Durant would find it. Steph Curry missed it. JaVale McGee gets it. Finds Steph Curry. Three-pointer. And here's where the game is going to start to go out of hand just a little bit. Kevin Durant streaking. Nice layup and one. Damian Lillard, acrobatic finish, looking for the call. Didn't get it, but he did finish the play. McCollum looking for a nice little drive. He'd get that one to go. Damian Lillard going all the way down, getting blocked again. Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors clamped down in the fourth quarter. Here comes Kevin Durant. Nice little finish there. Golden State was just a little bit too much for these guys. Draymond Green and one, and that was the game. Golden State, they were just too good. CJ McCollum though, 41 points. That was so big for the Portland Trail Blazers. But you gotta give it up to the Golden State Warriors. Their defense in the fourth quarter especially really clamped down on these guys. But we're moving on to the next game, and we all know this game was super, super emotional. Isaiah Thomas lost his sister, and I couldn't imagine what that feels like. But Boston sure gave him an ovation, and here's also the first sequence of the game.
Rondo back defensively, finds Bradley, takes it, makes it. Good defense, produces easy offense. Once again, a turnover. Isaiah gets it back, takes it, got it!
Very, very chilling moment. But here we come. Isaiah Thomas would line up another three-pointer, and it's good. 13 points in the first quarter. It looks like Isaiah Thomas was ready, but here we go. We're going into the third quarter, jumping right ahead. Here comes Marcus Smart. Big three. Marcus Smart would line up another one, hits it again. But here comes Chicago. Jimmy Butler all the way to the rim. He'd get that one to go. Here comes Jimmy Butler again, squares up, hits a big shot. Bobby Portis, huge game from him. We'll talk about him at the end of this video. Here comes Dwayne Wade. That is just a vintage move by Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade would come down again, squaring up Bobby Portis. He had such a huge game this game. But here comes Jimmy Butler, putting a nail in the coffin for Chicago, but was it a nail? Here comes Jay Crowder. Big time three by him. IT comes down late, huge three. This would put Boston down 4 with 14 seconds left. And here we go. Here's the inbound. Off the Celtics, they say, but they're gonna review it. And who would get the ball? I'm going to leave this one up to you. But we're going to go to the official decision right now.
After the video review, the call on the court has been overturned.
They overturn it. Here comes Boston. Isaiah Thomas being a champion. Huge shot. Boston down 2. Chicago inbounds, but Jimmy Butler gets it, running off a lot of time on that clock. Jimmy Butler has to miss one. Makes the first one, gets the second one to go, and that would be the game. 106-102. Isaiah Thomas, 33 points on better than 50% shooting. You have to look at it from that standpoint. But here we go. Last game of the day. Oklahoma City, Houston Rockets. Robertson hits up a nice three-pointer. They're going to need that this series. Here comes Capella, though. Big time rebound. Ariza flies down the lane, gets a huge dunk. But Steven Adams, spin move, gets a dunk of his own. Here comes Westbrook, gets pickpocketed by Patrick Beverly, who had a big game. 21 points from Patrick Beverly. Here comes Westbrook, though. Westbrook's going to have to be big time. Goes off the glass and in. And here comes James Harden. All the way the rim to Capella for a nice little assist. You see Westbrook finding Robertson. Another big time three. Here comes Russell Westbrook finding Steven Adams. Big time assist. Westbrook would have 5 assists by halftime. And here comes a big three by Russell Westbrook, trying to keep these guys in the game. James Harden all the way to the rim. And as you guys can see, there's a lot of stuff going on in the first half. Lou Williams, big shot there. Victor Oladipo all the way to the rim. But here comes Russell Westbrook. Very difficult shot. He gets it to go. But here we go. James Harden. Foul and one on Andre Robertson. And here comes Ariza. Missing that. But Capella out to Gordon. big time three. Here comes Beverly, finding Capella, circus shot. They reviewed it and they decided to count it. They called it off at first, but it was an and one. Here we go, second half, James Harden, big three over Gibson. And this second half, well, it could have went a lot better. Patrick Beverly, easy floater down the rim. Nobody decided to cover him. Westbrook taking difficult shots and making them at that point in time. But here we go. Beverly gets leveled. Robertson hits a big time three-pointer. But here comes Beverly getting a little bit of vengeance. Big time three. James Harden driving to the rim. He would find Beverly again squared up in the same corner, three-pointer. And at this point, the game's getting out of hand. Eric Gordon would fire up another three. And here is what they do so well. But James Harden making them dance. Nice move by James Harden. Cooking up that good stuff. Capella would slam it in. But this was just the story of the second half. And I'm just going to talk right now because this game is already over. There's just so much to break down for these guys. And we're going to get to that right now. James Harden hitting a big time three. And this is what you have to be afraid of if you are or if you are the Oklahoma City Thunder. They finished the game 118-87. Houston leads 1-0. And let's talk about that game. Russell Westbrook didn't have the best of games. 6 of 23, 3 of 11 from downtown. 22 points though. 11 rebounds, 7 assists. 9 turnovers. That is the key problem here when we talk about these guys. 9 turnovers for Russell Westbrook. Overall, they coughed over the ball 15 times. And that's just not good if you are the Oklahoma City Thunder. When you look outside of Russell Westbrook, though, nobody really stepped up. Victor Oladipo, first playoff game, 6 points. Maybe he was a little bit nervous. Only 1 of 12 from the field. Didn't do that well. Andre Robertson, he's been there. He's done that. He was ready. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He was all over the stat sheet tonight. Steven Adams didn't do so well overall in that game. Only 6 and 5. You know, you're searching, you're hoping, you're looking for somebody else that's going to help Russell Westbrook out. And Grant, off the bench, is the next guy with the best stats here. 5 of 9, 10 points. You know, you're looking at Cantor. What is he going to do? Only 16 minutes registered. And you could see at one point James Harden switched up with Cantor, made him dance, and Billy Donovan, you could hear a mouth saying, "We can't play Cantor." That's going to be a big problem for Oklahoma City going forward because Cantor is a big part of that offense, especially down low for these guys. They need Cantor on the floor. Now, this is a huge problem because only 3 people enter double digits for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that's not good. It's not good when Robertson is hitting 4 3-pointers. You know it's bad. You know, he's been working on that. He's been doing really good at it, but nobody really helped Westbrook here. And he was left to take all of these horrendously tough shots. And he made some of them, you know, but that's not what you want for this whole series. And Oklahoma City stayed in this game. They stayed in the game for the majority of that first half. Second half came along. It just fell apart for them. You know, Westbrook kind of went to the bench, and that you can't do that at all this series, especially considering James Harden can take a break. because Lou Williams is there. He can put up some numbers. Eric Gordon's there. He can put up some three-pointers. There's just too much offense on the Rockets' side. And it's just too big a hill to climb when you think about it. Harden put up 37 points, 13 of 28 from the field. Patrick Beverley, big game, 21 points. Clint Capella, who needed stitches, came back in the game as soon as he could. 14 and 7 with 2 blocks. Great game from him. Nene, huge game. 19 points, 7 of 8 from the field, 15 points and 5 rebounds. And here's something that you don't want to see. Eric Gordon and Lou Williams, they didn't have good games. And the Rockets pulled off a 31-point victory. What happens if Eric Gordon and Lou Williams is on the same page? It can get very, very ugly this series. Eric Gordon was only 3 of 8. Lou Williams, 3 of 11. You don't want to answer to that. So if you're Oklahoma City, you need to find offense from somebody. And that is a top priority, I'm sure, in the offseason for Oklahoma City, is finding another wing player or somebody that can score reliably to help Russell Westbrook in this certain situation. And we're going to move on to Chicago and Boston, two teams that had really weird seasons. Boston had a really good season. Chicago right at that 500 mark. And Chicago pulled off a victory. Isaiah Thomas, with everything that he was going through, you expected him to be a little bit off. But he still put up a fantastic game. 33 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, plus 12 in the plus minus. He was huge for these guys. Horford also had 19 and 7. Marcus Smart had some really key three-pointers for these guys. These guys were right there. Just don't turn the ball over as much as you did, and you beat them. And huge shout out to Bobby Portis. 8 of 10 from the field, 3 of 4 from the three-point line, 19 points, 2 blocks, 9 rebounds. Huge game from him off the bench. Big reason why they won that game. Jimmy Butler, big dog this game, 30 points, 9 rebounds. You look at Rondo, he kind of had a playoff Rondo kind of game. All around here, 12, 6, and 7 for Rajon Rondo, including 2 steals and a block shot. Now, that is huge if you are Chicago, because now you feel like you can really put the ball in his hand because he's going to play at his best. Dwayne Wade, 4 of 12 from the field, 11 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds from him. He also contributed 2 steals in this game. And there was a lot of memes going around because of his dunk, and Gabrielle Union saying that was a good missed dunk, don't leave the seat up, all that funny stuff. Just some hilarious stuff there. And we're moving on to Portland and the Golden State Warriors. This was game of the night, and you're looking at the final score and you're saying, if you didn't watch, well, no, that doesn't look appealing. Until almost the very end of this game, Portland was right there. They were right there, but Golden State's defense clamped down. They stopped Lillard, they stopped McCollum, and then they hit you with the who's gonna hurt you. That's their biggest thing. Who is gonna hurt them? And if you're Golden State, pretty much anybody in that system. And Kevin Durant came on very late and really pushed these guys to the finish line, not to mention Draymond Green. Huge blocks in huge moments. You saw him block Harkless. You saw him block Lillard. These were big time blocks from him. Also contributed 3 threes in that game. almost a triple-double. 19, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 blocks, and 3 steals. He almost had a 5-5-5-5, and that is crazy. Kevin Durant had 32 points and 10 rebounds. Steph Curry, 29 points, only 3 of 8 from downtown. And if you're Portland, you're very fortunate for that. Klay Thompson, 6 of 16, 15 points. So that was pretty much Golden State basketball at this point. They're kind of lucky Klay Thompson didn't get going. Ian Clark off the bench, though. Huge for these guys. 2 big-time three-pointers when they needed it. 4 of 5 from the field, 12 points. And that's somebody that I saw earlier in the season. I'm like, why aren't they playing him more? He seems very, very good. So he's going to be a very key factor, especially on the offensive end going forward. If, things aren't going well for either Curry or Thompson, he can be implemented. And going back to the first game, which was Washington and Atlanta, this was anybody's game, to be completely honest. You could see Washington really took it into them in that third quarter, 38-28, and both the Atlanta Hawks and Washington Wizards tied in the fourth quarter for points, 31 apiece. And that's really, really, that's a heartbreaker if you were Atlanta. You were right there almost the whole game. Washington pulled away at the last minute. But if you look at the starting five for Washington, probably one of the best starting fives in the league, you could see why. Markieff Morris, 21 points, 4 blocks, 7 rebounds. Otto Porter Jr., 10 and 9. Marcin Gortat, 14 and 10. John Wall, 32-14 with a block and 4 rebounds. Bradley Beal, 22 points, only 9 of 21 shooting, and 2 of 11 from 3. However, that's something that can be improved if you are the Washington Wizards and Bradley Beal. So that's something that Atlanta does not want to happen. And they need more contribution. You look at Schroeder, 25 points, big time. Paul Millsap contributed 19, but only 2 rebounds. That's unacceptable for a big. Dwight Howard, he put up 14 rebounds, but only 7 points. If you are Howard, you kind of have to have those vintage point games. Prince, the rookie, 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4, 14 points. That's big time. Kent Bazemore off the bench, 12 points, contributing 2 threes. They were right there, but Washington just had the better lineup. Washington had the better point guard, finding everybody at really good times. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, leave a thumbs up. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun calling it. And if you guys really like this format, let me know, because I kind of like doing this, but it's kind of taken a long time to edit, so I don't know if I can continue to do this or do it like one big one, because it'll take a lot for me to edit the ones that I want to pick and choose from to make the highlights and then put them up. So these will be a little bit more delayed if I do this. So guys, let me know what you think. Leave a like on this video, share it with your friends, and guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.